This is question 1 from exercise 7C. A survey of 127 consumers found that 81 had a tablet computer, 70 had a smartphone, and 29 had both a smartphone and a tablet computer. Before we go into questions, let's just record what we have, what was given to us. Well, we have only two types of the users, either the tablet users or smartphone users. Because there are only two, that's why we will have two circles for our Venn diagram. Sometimes we will have three areas, three users, three different types. That's when we will add another circle here. But for now, it's a bit simpler. There's only two. Tablet users, 81. I'm writing 81 outside the circle. Why? Because the circle actually consists of two areas. This moon-like, crescent-like shape and the middle one, okay? The both parts of T equaling 81. So I'm not going to write 81 either here or there because it's going to be wrong, it's going to be confusing. So outside the circle, T equals 81. Smartphone users, 70. They're also telling us that 29 people had both smartphone and a tablet computer. Well, where is both? Where's both? Where do these two circles overlap? That's one circle, this is another circle, so the middle bit is that. So we will write 29 exactly there. And very importantly, on the upper right hand corner, we will always record the total number. This is sample space, U for sample space, 127. Now let's see what we're being asked for. Find the number of consumers surveyed who had neither a smartphone nor a tablet. So usually we will write a number of the none of these, whatever is going on here, okay, none of those, it will be here at the bottom right hand corner, okay. So we don't know how many use neither tablets nor smartphones, but we can calculate that. But before we go into that, let's just fill in the information that we can. You see these shapes here, so tablet users only, exclusively tablet users, and the smartphone users only, exclusively, without the overlap. Well, how much is this? Okay, well, if total is 81, we will go 81 minus 29, and what that gives us, it gives us 52. 52 users. Okay, so I'm going to write it here. Okay, same here for smartphones. If the total for smartphone users is 70 people, some of them use both this and that, 29, and it will be 70 minus 29, and that's 41. And I'm going to record it here, 41. Well, now we have this area, that area in the middle, the other one here, smartphone users only, okay, and we have the total. We're missing how many users use none. We need to find that number. Well, we're going to take the total number of the users, 127, and we're going to subtract this, subtract that, and subtract the middle. By doing that, we will find out the remainder. Okay, so all of it minus what we already know. It's a remainder that we're looking for, correct? So 127 minus tablet users only, exclusively, minus tablet users and smartphone users together, 29, and minus smartphone users exclusively, 41. And that gives us 5. So I'm going to erase that now and put 5. Okay, let's always pay attention in the questions. Are they actually asking for the number, let's say tablet users or smartphones or anything else, or cars or people or apples, or are they asking for the probability of that? If it's a probability, you will always take the number that you already found and divide it by the total. Yeah, for example, 5 people use neither tablet nor smartphone. It's 5 people, but 5 people out of what? Well, 5 people out of 127. So that's the probability, 5 in 127. In the fractional form, 5 over 127. Or for example, tablet users only, exclusively, 52 over 127. So that will be your probabilities. So let's just have a look. In the question here, sub-question A, they're not asking probability. They're actually asking for the number of consumers. And we found them, so the answer is 5. B, find the probability that when choosing one of the consumers surveyed at random, a consumer who only has a smartphone is chosen. The key word here is only a smartphone. Here are all our smartphone users, all of this, and that's 70. But how many use smartphone only, exclusively? Well, it's that area, it's 41. And again, because we're talking about the probabilities, we will go, I need the probability. So probability, if you want to write it like that, smartphone only will equal 41 out of what? Out of total 127. Okay, what about question C? In a population of 10,000 consumers, predict how many would have only a tablet computer. So let's first look at what's the probability of just choosing one person, one consumer, and finding out the probability that it's a tablet computer user only. So tablet only, where's the only bit here? It's that area, it's 52. What's the probability, therefore, is 52 over 127. So let's just record that. So probability of tablet only is actually, let me just make it smaller here, is actually 52 over 127. Okay, that's tablet on. Now, this is only for one randomly chosen consumer, one consumer. But we're now repeating that experiment, or we're choosing 10,000 consumers. And we want to know what is the expected number of tablet-only users. Well, if that's for one randomly chosen person, then for n equaling 10,000 consumers, what we do, we multiply 10,000 by the probability of just event of 1, correct? So the expected probability of T only, if you want to write it this way, should be 10,000, because it's n, times the probability for just one, 52 over 127, and that will equal, after our calculations, that will equal 4,094. And that's our answer to sub-question C.